Hello, welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson, I will explain how security teams detect incidents after systems are deployed. So we are going to be considering logging and monitoring. Logging and monitoring provide visibility into what is happening inside systems. Without them, attacks can go unnoticed for long periods. Now, why do we need to know or why do we need to have the knowledge of logging and monitoring? We need to because most attacks are discovered only after the damage is done. In fact, attackers rarely announce themselves. Many breaches are discovered very late. Logs provide visibility into activity, and monitoring can help us turn raw data into alerts. Now, what is logging? Logging captures activity for later analysis. It is the recording of events in systems. It tracks actions and behaviors. The data it collects is then stored for review and it forms the foundation of security visibility. Now, what are the common things that are logged? The truth is, log capture a lot of important things or a lot of important system activity. And part of them are login attempts, access to files or data, errors and failures, and system and application events. Now, what is monitoring? Monitoring watches for signs of trouble. It continuously reviews logs and events. It looks for suspicious patterns, it generates alerts, and it enables faster response. Now, let's consider logging versus monitoring. Logging and monitoring serve different roles. So let's consider the roles they serve. Logging stores information while monitoring analyzes that information. Logging is passive, that is, logging just collects the information and stores it. But monitoring is active, that is, monitoring is looking through the information. And then, if anything goes wrong, monitoring can help us trigger an alert or notify us that something is wrong. So, monitoring is active while logging is passive. Why are logs critical during incidents? It is because logs tell the story of an attack. They show what happened, they show when it happened, they show who was involved in what happened, and they support investigation and recovery. Now, what are the common logging mistakes we shouldn't make? The truth is, poor logging can reduce visibility. I know the essence of logging is for visibility. So, if you log poorly, you might not even see some of the information or get some information that you should normally get. So, here are some of the mistakes you must not make. The first one is logging too little information. You need to log enough information that can give you insight into what exactly is happening. Also, storing sensitive data insecurely. You must store your sensitive data securely. Another thing is failing to review logs. Don't just collect logs, review them, and overwriting logs too quickly. You shouldn't delete logs or overwrite them too quickly. In fact, you might still need the log of probably last week, even last month. Now, just imagine you have deleted that. You might not have access to that again, and that might be disastrous or painful. Next, we'll consider what security monitoring looks for. Monitoring focuses on abnormal behavior, such as unusual login patterns, access from unexpected locations, repeated failures, and unexpected system behavior. Let's now consider alerts versus noise. Effective monitoring requires a balance between the two. It requires a balance between alerts and noise. And why am I saying that? Not every alert is an incident. Also, too many alerts can cause fatigue, and alert tuning is very necessary. Also, context determines importance, not that we should just be triggering an alert for every little thing. There must be context, and the context should determine the importance of what exactly is happening or the importance of that particular alert. Let's now consider logging and the CIA triad. Visibility supports the core security goals. And when I'm talking about visibility, I'm talking about logging and monitoring because they help us to have an insight into what exactly is happening. So we can say confidentiality is supported through detection, integrity is supported through audit trails, availability is supported through early warnings, and visibility strengthens all the three, that is, the confidentiality, the integrity, and the availability. Let's now consider a real-world example. Here is a simple example that shows detection in action. Imagine an attacker logs in at an unusual hour. Then after that, logs record the activity. Then after that, monitoring detects the anomaly. Then after that, incident response is triggered. Next, we'll look at logging for compliance and audits. Logging is also a legal requirement. Here are the reasons. Number one, many regulations require logging. Also, log demonstrates accountability. It shows that you're accountable. And log supports investigations. If anything is going on, logs could be part of the evidences that you might need, and they help protect organizations legally as well. Now, why is logging alone not enough? Because logs need action to be useful. Logs without review provide no protection. Attacks can hide in large data sets. Monitoring then adds meaning to the log. So logs alone is not enough, but logs with monitoring would help us have a good meaning to what exactly is being collected or stored. And lastly, detection requires response. That is, once something is detected, then we need to respond to it. And how are we going to know that something is detected? Through monitoring. So let's ask ourselves, what are the things we've learned so far in this lesson? In this lesson, we have been able to explain why visibility matters. We have seen that we cannot protect what we cannot see. We have seen that logging provides evidence. Also, monitoring enables detection. And lastly, visibility is a security requirement no organization or no individual must joke with. As usual, let's take a test together. The question is this: what is the main purpose of security monitoring? Here are the options. You can pause your video, read through the options, pick an answer, drop that in the comments, then come back to play the video. So the correct answer is C, to detect suspicious activity in real time. That's all for this lesson. Thank you so much for watching and staying through to the end. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do that now. Also, do not forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.